In this video, I'm going to show you how to make fermented cucumber dill pickles. The ingredients we need for this are pretty simple, starting with, of course, cucumbers. Next, I have whole black peppercorns and bay leaf. Since we're making dill pickles, of course we're using fresh dill over dried dill, as the flavor is just not the same with dried dill. I've also got a jug of filtered water, but I won't be using all of this water, but it's best to keep more than you need on hand. Here I have sea salt. The coarseness of salt doesn't really matter since it will be dissolved in the water, but it's always to use a natural salt like 100% sea salt or rock salt. This is the jar I'm going to be using. It's a glass flip top jar, which I like to use because it actually prevents too much pressure building up inside the jar, since this steel actually allows a little bit of excess gas to escape without needing to burp it. The first thing I'm going to do is cut my cucumbers into sticks, first cutting off both ends of the cucumbers, especially the flower end, as this will actually help prevent your pickles from going soft. And then I like to use the jar as reference for how long to make my cucumber sticks, cutting them to the length of the wider part of the jar. I'm going to use the first cut piece of cucumber to measure the rest of my cucumber sticks. You can do whole cucumber sticks, half sticks, or quarter sticks. I'm doing quarter as it will let me pack more into this jar, and once all my cucumber pieces are cut, I'll set them aside, grab my jar, and add the dill to the bottom first, along with the bay leaf and the peppercorns, which I've roughly crushed in a mortar and pestle. Then I'll pack as many of the cucumber sticks into the jar as possible on top of the seasonings I just added. Packing the cucumber sticks in like this will hold down the dill, and it will also keep everything from floating up as they're so squeezed together. After packing all my cucumber pieces in, I'll place the jar with everything onto a scale and then zero it out before adding my filtered room temperature water until it covers everything. And since we zeroed the scale out before adding the water, we now have the weight of the water, which we'll use to calculate how much salt to add. My water ended up being 429 grams, and since I'm going to do 2% salt, I'm multiplying the weight of the water by 0.02 to give me about 8.5 grams, which I ended up just rounding up to 9 to keep things simple. After adding the salt to the jar as well, I remember to add my crushed garlic clove, and then I'm closing the jar, giving it a shake to dissolve the salt, and then setting it aside on the counter to ferment for a few days. It's currently winter, which means it's a little bit colder in the house, so this may take a little bit longer to ferment. But you'll know this is fermenting well when these tiny little bubbles start to form around the cucumbers and then rise to the top if you shake the jar a little bit. After a few days sitting on the counter at room temperature, I've been seeing little bubbles forming around the cucumbers, and this has become a little bit cloudy, which is fine. The cloudiness is just the yeast that has multiplied and then kicked up because of the bubbles. And upon opening this, there was actually a lot more gas produced than I expected, which is good as it means fermentation has happened very thoroughly. I'm going to give this brine a taste to gauge how fermented it is, and judging by the sourness of this brine, this is actually pretty much finished to my preference. The cucumbers have maintained their firmness, which is what I was expecting when I chose these cucumbers. They've also retained their crunchiness, and on top of that, taken on that same sourness which was in the brine. You can leave these to ferment even more if you fancy a more sour pickle, but at this point I'm happy with how these taste now, so I'm going to move them to the fridge to store while I enjoy these.